Do 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 for free. Yeah. Oh, the do 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 do. Around. Yes. I'm a fool to do your dirty work. Oh yeah. I'm guessing that's going to get a copyright strike. Hello, guys, live from St. Louis. It's Sunday night. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like this part. Right there, we go. Oh my goodness! Yes. Copyright strike? Fuck it. I'm not here to do your dirty work, you evil wenches. What? Do 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 do. I like this song. Actually, I sent it to my cousin Marie because she's really into The Sopranos, right? And Tony Soprano sang this. I think he was it right before he went in to beat up the dude that was yeah, I think I don't know. It's Talking Sopranos, by the way, tonight at midnight here, yeah. With Michael Imperioli and Steven Sharippa. Freaking great show. I love it. Do 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 do. What? Where is everyone? Oh, you think I'm just going to talk about me? Well, okay, sure, probably. Why not? Hello, guys. Let me get the thing here. Hold on. Excuse me. I guess I have to get to my own channel. It's terrible. It's terrible. Sunday Night Live, St. Louis, Missouri. Hello. Yes, I know. It's crazy. So, hello, Ryan. How are you? I'm going to share the link here shortly so you guys can get on and we can talk. We can talk man stuff. I was actually listening to a radio station from Nashville, WSM. Nashville, Tennessee. It's right over here. It's crazy. Riggs, no, not yet. Not like you. What? Yeah, go to the community link fucking thing or whatever. All right. Are we going to get Riggs on this? Riggs, are you going to join? Are you going to talk? Finally. BJ says, I just replenished the beers. Good call. We're going to go for about an hour till 10 o'clock. And well, unfortunately, I have to work. You know, I'm not rich enough like Riggs to just go around and spread herpes and, you know, chicks. Should we do a little bit of Elton John? Yeah. Oh, God. I was productive today. Son of a bitch. I could. Yes, you can, Riggs. You're gonna. Everybody wants to hear from the herpes boy. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, try a different filter. Fuck the filters. I don't care about that. I need beer, so we're gonna get some more of those. And I mean, if I want to get struck by YouTube, I might as well fucking do it, right? Now, I mean, there's a thing. What song doesn't need more bass? I'm curious. Everybody needs more bass. Yes. Here we go. Bum, ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. Yes. That's the joy of being alive, kids. Fucking love it. I mean, there's all kinds of bullshit going on. Fuck it. Just chill, have a beer, relax, chat. Fuck. What are we going to do? Well, we're going to change the politicians. We're going to change women. We're not going to change shit. Just enjoy whatever, how much life you have. My dad is 86 years old today. This was a man who lived through the fucking Nazis, legit, and the Soviet Union, and the fucking Hungarian Revolution. He was shot at in the streets. The students, they were killed by fucking Russian tanks. 86, and he's still kicking. He was bombed by the fucking Allies. They dropped bombs all over his neighborhood to try to, get the Nazis. And they hit him when he was like 5 years old. Oh my God. Happy birthday, Dad. I mean, you believe that shit. No, it really happened. This is not bullshit. This is real. This actually happened in the 1930s and early 1940s. The Nazis invaded Hungary. My dad was there as a kid, 7 years old or whatever. And the fucking Nazis, they were there in Hungary. And then after the Nazis, the fucking Soviet Union. I mean, Jesus Christ, who wants to get on this fucking stream and talk? I mean, I can't do it all day. Thank you, Vulcan. Vulcan Canada's here. Hello. So should I invite everybody? Hey, Don. What's up? Don Laufendale. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it because I'm having fun. This is good stuff. I used to do this for a living. I was on the radio and, I got minimum wage. But, hey, it's a kick. Chicks like it. All right. Let me get listen to Elton John here. It's a little hot there. Little warmish. Okay. Well, StreamYard. He fell off. Well, did you guys have you seen the movie Tommy with, I think it was Tina Turner was the acid queen, and it was, Roger Daltrey and the guy, you know what? The Who, by the way, they never get the credit that they deserve. We always hear about the Beatles. We always hear about the Rolling Stones. We always hear about the blah, da, 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 da. The Who never gets the credit. My goodness, what a freaking band. The Who was fantastic. I'll try to put some links in. Liberty 309, first time here. Good to see you. Thank you. Don Laufendale. You got the voice for radio. Yes, I do. Thanks. God gives me blessings in certain ways. In other ways, not so much. Okay, let's invite everybody. Invite guests to the broadcast studio. Okay. You guys want to get on? Yes. Let's put that in there. Hold on. Got to get Riggs on here, though, because he's Mr. Herpes. Control. Hold on. Jesus, I can't even see anymore. And it's not because of the beer. It's because my lights are off. What? Okay. See if that works. Go ahead. I'll let you in. Vulcan Cannon, the Eagles. Yeah. Yeah, Don Henley and Glenn Fry. And, oh, my God. Yeah. Joe Walsh. Don Felder. And there was one other guy, and I'm forgetting his name at the moment. Oh, Jesus, Riggs. Why are you doing this? Okay. Let's see who's going to join. I guess I got to let you in. I don't know. Eagles. The Eaglets. Yeah, we just do weird shit here. Don't worry, Vulcan. We're just we're doing stuff for the hell of it. It's fun. It's man shit. We're talking men stuff. Men. Yes, men. I've got oil, and I'm going to change my oil, and I'm going to change my engine, and I'm going to do stuff. It's fun. That's what men do. I mean, it's just, I know it's women don't understand. It's why do you want to go over there and spend 8 hours working on that engine? Because yeah, I like it. Oh my God! You should be painting the closet where I keep the brooms. Yeah. Well, if you're a redhead, I might. Yeah, just the redhead. All right. Should we? Oh God, it's crazy. Aaliyah. Where's? What did I do? I guess I had a pretty good weekend here. Donnie Iris. Yes. Aaliyah. Is I seen Ali? Yeah, you're right, Liberty. Liberty 309. Same women reason. Yeah, I know. I mean, isn't it a man thing to just go, okay, I need a pair of shoes, or I need some underwear, or I need some fucking toilet bowl cleaner. I go in, get the shit, and leave, and I'm done. Then I go home and I do something else, like, I don't know, play stupid songs on and record them. One fast DAC. Hello. Smart men don't get married. Well, I mean, why would you? What's the fucking point? Well, but Hamster, I want to get laid. Really? You got to get married to get laid? Oh, well, that's fucking new. Who? Let's see who's in there. Oh, yeah, it's Don. Let's add Don stream and BJ to the stream. Hello, guys. What's up?
Hey, I've got one for you, buddy. Just as you can see from my comments, I've listened to your stuff. I love your analysis. It's really good stuff. I wanted to tell you, you guys, a story, if I might, about the whole concept of the cock carousel, because it has so many little dimensions. One, another YouTube guy, a MGTOW guy, the casual bachelor from Australia, does it in a hilarious way, because whenever a woman says something that implies she's on the carousel, he puts in theme music from a merry-go-round with a rooster going cock-a-doodle-doo.
Yeah.
So that's great. And the other one I love is, this is a true story. I was back in law school in 1980, and I was, I guess, in second or third year, and a girl 1 year behind me, very attractive girl. We were just talking one day, and she says, I can't believe how naive guys are about girls. And I said, what do you mean? She says, that every now and again we want a rooster. So I go, a rooster? And she says, yeah, it's when any cock will do. I swear that's a true story. So,
that's funny. That's good. That is. So where are you at? Canada, Don?
Yep. Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to be on a radio station that used to reach up into Canada a long time ago.
Okay.
Down in Fargo. Yeah.
Oh, Fargo. Oh, yes.
Fargo, yeah.
Familiar with it, yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice place. Winnipeg, I hear, is a really good town, but what maybe you can tell us about it a little bit.
In some respects, we're not very prosperous, but we got about 750,000 people. We do have a lot of lakes, so it's great in the summertime. There's a lot of lakes and beaches. Some of the best inland beaches in North America are about an hour away from here, so that's good. So it isn't a bad place, all in all. I've been here all my life, and it's okay.
Yeah, except you keep flooding Fargo. The Red River flows north into Lake Manitoba or Lake Winnipeg up there.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Every spring, it's the same, because it freezes more up north in Winnipeg and less in Fargo. So it melts first, and then we get this flood, and there's, oh God, it's crazy.
Yeah. We used to.
I love Canada. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Excellent.
Now, one FastDAC says from Edmonton, Alberta. Wow, cool. Thank you. Do you know, wow, God, what's her name? Who's that lady from, I think she's from Edmonton.
Karen Strawn.
Yes. You know her?
I met her. Yeah, I've met her. Yeah.
No kidding. Really? Wow. How's she? Is she cool or what?
Oh yeah, Karen's great. She is just the way she seems. I met her a couple times at a thing called ICMI, International Conference on men's issues.
Yeah, men's issues. Right.
Yeah. So I've have met her there. She's she's a cool chick, definitely.
Like the Honey Badgers, right? She's part of that. Yeah.
Yep. They're there.
There's Allison and there's some other people. Yeah, they're great.
Yes.
I love them.
Yeah. And then the one I know best, she isn't part of that, but Janice Fiamingo and the Fiamingo Files, and she's part of Regarding Men, and she's in some ways I think the best. Very intellectual, very really understands men. So she's great too.
Oh, Janice Fiamingo, they do like a Men Are Good with Paul Elam and the Golden.
Yep.
I think it's I listen to that all the time. Yeah, Tom Golden. Yeah. Janice is great, and it's unfortunate that people just don't listen.
Yes.
So she's spewing reality, and they don't care.
No,
it's just, it drives me crazy. BJ is here. Vulcan Cannon. Where the hell is Riggs?
Thanks for having me on here. This is BJ.
Hey, BJ, talk to Don and the gang here. Hello.
Hey, Don. I don't know if I've ever heard anything from you before. I'm kind of new on the forum here. I just checked in.
From who? From.
Do you have a channel?
Me? No, I don't. I should. I've always meant to. Never gotten the proverbial round to it. I just like to listen to everybody else. Although I've been interested in men's issues. I just turned 68. Been interested in men's issues since, and been an anti-feminist since 1974. So it's been a long time.
I was early to get in on that.
Yes.
Oh. Sounds like you're in a wind tunnel,
Vulcan. Now, Don, why would you be anti-feminist? Why do you hate women? Isn't that what we always hear? Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Feminism. What do you think, BJ? Where are you from, by the way? You sound Canadian as well. Hello? Oh, I think BJ is smoking some weed. All right, we might get Riggs in here. Yeah, just go on the StreamYard link there, Chief. And
I don't think we should hate feminism.
Okay, cool.
We need something to fuel the fire.
Okay.
They make great timber. Don't they?
My goodness, why the hatred I feel.
Who hurt you?
Ryan is here. Hello, Ryan. Hello. How are you? Is your mic working? You can talk now. We only have 40 more minutes here, so go ahead and talk. Go ahead.
Did you see that some of the videos that girls are putting out? Oh my God, they're freaking out over the guys not showing them attention. MGTOW is really making more strides than you think.
I think it's a little bit more effective than people imagine. Carl with the K is here. Jump in, Carl. Come on now. Liberty 309, hello. All right. Talk, you guys. I'm just here hosting. You guys, I want to hear what you have to say. I know what I have to say. I've heard myself all the time. Go.
Yeah, this is Don, guys. I did come across one thing. A friend of mine, I'm part of the Regarding Men group, but I'm just a subscriber. And one of the guys in the group sent me something that said there was a survey, something like 56% of teenage boys won't date a girl if she's a feminist. So, man, if that's true, that's a bit of a breakthrough.
It is. I've talked to 4 different young men in the last 7 days that are age 14 to 17, and they're asking questions. They're actually getting red-pilled by reading our old content and seeing our videos. Yeah. I say our, but I mean your. I mean more like, Hamster's videos and and Chronic and The Fiend and Sandman. I mean, this stuff's getting out there and it's hitting the younger guys, and they're actually coming hunting the older guys down, going, "Hey, do you mind if I talk to you?"
Yeah, that's great.
That's good.
I'm sorry. Is that Riggs?
Can you hear me all right?
Yes, we
There
can,
we go.
Riggs. Mr. Herpes,
All right.
hello. Yeah,
How we
good
doing,
to see you, man.
fellas?
Living the dream, man.
Exactly.
Uh,
Yes.
Is that what we call
Nightmare.
it?
I mean, or a nightmare. Clown world. Clown world.
Something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
What did you say?
The women
Getting
are
all
coming off
settled
the
in over
hinges,
there,
though.
Amber?
I bet there's still so many simps out there.
Well, of course.
Yep.
Yeah, but we're
mean,
not
that's-
going to convert every.
That's the real problem. The simps are created by the single mothers, and they perpetrate. You know, they basically, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess they perpetuate, but it's almost like it's almost a scholarship to act out. They'll get scholarship from other single women. It passes down, and from other simps.
But
I
I
think-
think they're even turning, because a simp only lasts as long as he gets burned, as he doesn't get burned. As soon as he gets through his second or third burning, he becomes less of a simp. We all were simps at one day, and we're
That's
not
true.
simps because we
Agreed.
got burned. And so it's just a process. And like I've told a lot of guys, this is the point of the spear. And at the point of the spear, you're wishing more is done, because you're just this little tiny point pushing through the tissue, and you're going like, dude, where's the rest of my buddies? It's
There's
the
just
wider
dark in here.
end of the spear. It's the wider end of the spear. That's where everyone else is. The mass doesn't travel through blunt.
No, and you're like, look back at revolutions, and it usually is what, around 10%. Like, for example, like the Bolshevik Revolution, the Maoist, like all these, typically around 10%. But could we get there? I don't know.
Yeah. No, we're pushing well. We're pushing well through. We really are, guys. You just got to have a little faith, because I tell you what, we're having girls coming into the Taylor the Fiend Discord server, and they're just getting lit up. Now, some of the girls will troll, and they don't care what you say, but the girls that actually think and care what you say, they're not there to troll. They're getting lit the fuck up. Or I'm sorry, I shouldn't swear. They're getting lit up to the point where they'll stop talking. They don't know what to say anymore.
I don't think it's good. This is one thing I'll agree with Kevin Samuels on, is I think the biggest pressure has to come from within. You know, we need more of the Karen Straughns and those type of women out there checking each other, because they're sure as hell not going to listen to us, because they don't really need us anymore.
No.
They don't need us anymore. Am I wrong?
Nothing is going to change from men. It's got to change from women.
Correct.
That's the way I look at it. Now, I mean, Don is sitting
happening.
there. Is it still? It is. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's happening,
Go on.
because what's happening is the girls are seeing the older girls that are 30, 40, 50, and they're bitching about, I don't have kids and I'm alone and no guy wants to date me. These teenage girls are looking at that, not the 20-year-olds, but the teenage girls are looking at it. Not all of them either, but some of them are looking at it going, I don't want to be her. Now, it's going to take time before you get enough females to jump ship, if that happens enough. But I tell you what, I drive around the country for work, and I'll tell you what, I'm seeing homeless women, and I smile and wave at them.
Amen.
They have the easiest job on earth which is make a sandwich, keep a guy happy, and be polite and nice. And they can't handle that. I have no sympathy for the girls on the streets.
And the truth is,
I
they
mean,
don't
how
even
is
need
it
to do
even
that
possible,
much.
Vulcan? I'm sorry. How is it even possible that a female could be homeless? How fucked up is that? That's crazy.
I know.
I mean, all she has to do is be nice to some dude at 2:00 in the morning at the bar, and she's got a place to stay.
Right.
What?
Right.
Am I
She
missing
just
something?
needs to lower her standards. Just
That's
lower
true.
her standards.
Yep.
Good luck there.
I've got a photograph that if you want, I'll send it to anyone. It's a photograph of a lady with suitcases in her right hand, a dog on a leash in the left hand, and she's walking away from my vehicle. And she knocked on my vehicle asking, "Are you going to Texas?" And I said, "Nope, I'm heading north." I was going to Texas. I wasn't telling her that.
Good play, sir.
I mean, why should we give anything to another human? Why would you give something to me just because I come up to your door, right? Excuse me, can I get some shit and give me a ride? Why?
She wanted
Men
that
are
privilege.
we don't expect that. Women do though.
Yeah.
They're like, oh well, I'm a female because I got a pie,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? So what? So does half the population of the world. I'm sorry. Go ahead, you guys. I hear myself all the time. Please go on.
I'm to the point where I just went out a few days ago. Let's see, it was Wednesday. Wednesday, I went out and I had a steak meal, a beautiful steak, bacon, some potatoes, some toast. I like a weird meal. I loved it. The lady that came over and wrote the order down and carried the food out on the plate, I did not tip, not a penny. The guy that came out with the big basin and put all the plates in, I gave him $10.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Beautiful. Yeah. That's
Well
great.
played.
I will.
Yeah.
I refuse to tip the one that's not working.
He probably was the one that brought you your refills and your food and everything else too. A lot of times it's like that.
Yeah.
You're so evil, Vulcan. Why?
Who
So
hurt you?
Riggs is
Oh,
here.
I
Riggs,
love
are you
it.
going to say anything or what? Are you
Oh
just
no,
going
I
to
just
sit there?
said you guys talk.
Well, we want to hear
I'm
from you. So
cleaning.
talk. Come on, man.
What do you want me to talk about? I mean, you guys
I
are
don't
pretty
know.
much
Talk
doing it.
about whatever you want to talk about. I don't care. We don't. We're just happy you're here, man. Just don't give us herpes.
Oh,
Or gonorrhea.
no,
I'd hate
No,
to get you.
you're-
Gonosyphilades. Yes.
no guarantees, hamster. You know that. I'm a
Yeah,
dirty
you got to
bird.
strap on a freaking hazmat suit there, dude. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
What are you talking about? I got the hazmat pants on just in case.
Jesus, I'm wrapped in bubble wrap just for fun because I'm just even long distance on a stream with Riggs.
that
so-
won't save
Yeah,
you.
just being
Hey.
near Riggs, you got to worry.
Just
Jesus
wear a
Christ,
mask.
yes.
Just wear a mask. You won't have to worry about anything.
You gotta wear something more than that. He's evil. But anyway, it's interesting because Don, you're an older fella, right? You're about 10 years older than I am. You were around back in the what's called the good old days. The good old days weren't all that good. You want to give us some of that?
Actually, I would say I would say they're better than they are now by quite a bit. Girls seem more reasonable. When they said they didn't want to be objectified, all that meant was that they wanted their boyfriend to have sex with them because they liked them and found them attractive, not just for their body and that. So that wasn't so bad, I thought. But it started to get bad quite early. I'll back up. I don't think traditionalism was all that bad. It wasn't a great deal for either sex, but it wasn't oppressive for either sex either. But when I got to university in 1971, straight out of high school, feminism was there already, and it was like ranting and raving. And I had a brief period of being a male feminist from about 72 to 74, because I thought, well, why shouldn't there be more flexibility in who does what between men and women? but it became really clear really fast within about 18 months that they weren't about equality. They didn't want men to have custodial equality of kids. They didn't want men to have reproductive rights. They wanted it all. And it was really clear that it was a hate-based hypocrisy movement, hate-based hypocrisy supremacist movement. And I figured that out about 1974, and it just got like kind of worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. It was bad enough in university, it was worse in law school, and then it's gone, I'd say, continually downhill for the last 50 years, that I can see.
Yeah, because my father was he was an adult, like in the early 60s, right? And he got laid so much. Yes, he was a good-looking dude, right?
Yes.
The alpha thing we talk about. I mean, he was banging fucking married chicks. He was all kind. I mean, my neighbors, for God's sake, came over and they wanted to fuck the old man. It's like, Jesus Christ, really? It's always been this way. There's no difference. It's just more out in the open these days. What do you think, Don?
Oh, that's absolutely true. In fact, there's a few stories along those lines. One is that for decades and decades and decades, it's been known that at least 10% of kids are not the child of like their dad, of their mom's husband is not their dad. He's been cuckolded. A study came out in, I think it was 1950 in Britain, and this figure came out, and the British cabinet, as I understand it, suppressed it, wouldn't release it, because they thought it would taint the reputation of women. And I'm thinking, well, why shouldn't it be tainted? They're slutting around on guys like mad, but it was always hidden, right? Because it's their sugar and spice and everything nice, and we're, even as boys, we're the pigs that just want one thing. So they've had a great what's the word, propaganda, there's another word, kind of advertising program going for them for hundreds of years. So this stuff has all been hidden, but I agree, it was it seems like it was in fact always like that.
And I mean, but why do you hate women, Don? Why?
Yeah,
Why?
exactly.
That's crazy. It's been going on that long. Wow.
Yeah.
And it goes both ways. But in those days, back in those days, people were loyal. Like women were loyal ultimately, and the men were loyal to the women. There was an unwritten rule: you didn't embarrass each other, or for the most part, you tried not to. You know, you didn't get anyone else pregnant, or you didn't get pregnant by the neighbor. But the loyalty was there.
Well, more than now, but like as the story I just told showed, to nowhere near the extent that we thought. Here's one for you guys. You're a 1950s man, and you of course want your wife to be loyal. You want her to be faithful. What do you want her to do or not do? In other words, what's the best predictor as for a wife to commit adultery? Under what circumstance?
To not cheat on you?
Her working.
Exactly. Number one indicator of probability a wife will cheat: does she work outside the home?
Yep.
I've got studies that show the geneticists, what is it, the 23andMe or something like that, the different genetics companies, they're finding out 30% of children to married homes are not the children of the father.
It does go as high as 30.
That's
That's
not
exactly.
shocking.
Yeah, I thought it was 30%, but go on, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, it's the studies do range, and probably the figure most often cited is 10%. But you're right, that's a conservative figure, and a number of studies, and I think more all the time, are more in the 30% range, which is like, how slutty can they be? Like, holy.
Well, the thing is,
They're
these are the
taking that as a challenge.
geneticists. So these are the people that are getting DNA samples. And there is no doubt when you're doing a DNA sample.
No.
Yes.
But when you said,
mean-
how far could it go? It's like the modern women are like, hold my beer. Let's find out.
But I mean, I think part of the problem is there are no consequences.
Yes.
Absolutely
Exactly.
true.
I
Now,
mean,
there are for us.
True.
For men, there are, but women are not. What do you guys think?
Oh yeah, we get all the consequences. Oh,
Absolutely.
Guys,
You
I
know,
have a revolutionary thing you might like, you might not like. Tell me what you think. I tell
Go for it.
men everywhere I meet that do not date, or no, I'm sorry. I tell them do not talk to, do not date, do not pump and dump, do not marry any modern Western female. Drop them off the cliff. Just ignore them. Don't
That's what I
associate
do.
with them. And if you've got to talk to them at work, fine, that's work. But outside of work, to have nothing, zero to do with them. Now, if you got to get willy wet, get on an airplane and go to a non-Western country. Enjoy yourself, have a girlfriend there, have a wife there, have a family there, whatever you want to do. Don't play with these women. Burn their
No,
bridge
don't
right
do it.
to the ground.
two things on that. There's a guy on YouTube called MGTOW Values who does a show every Friday night. And I think he might even be Canadian, but he's either Canadian or American. And he saw this coming, I think, 25, 30 years ago. So he took off to an Asian country and found a wife there. He says it's still relatively really good there. It's starting to get, starting to creep in, but that so far it's been really quite good. So that's point one. Point number two, I just wanted to respond to Hamster's thing about is the lack of accountability a thing. And I'm going to say absolutely yes. And my best course in law school, believe it or not, was jurisprudence, meaning legal philosophy. And I actually developed my own, and that was this, that what we need if we're going to have a functional relationship between the sexes, or I don't know if you want to call it equality or not, but we could, and that is that there needs to be, between men and women, in the work and the home, there needs to be a balance between rights and responsibilities. And what's happening right now is that women want and are getting rights without responsibilities, and men are stuck with responsibilities without rights. And I think that's it. Correct. In a nutshell.
Yeah, that's correct. And the thing is I'm dating a 20-year-old, and she's from Asia, and her father he's a major part of her life. Her parents are married. All of her relatives are married. None of them are divorced. It's totally different. And if these modern Western women are allowed to have their consequence, which is guys just go MGTOW against them, they've got to wake up. They will not be able to tolerate it. Look what's happening with Switzerland. The men there are importing Asian women, and the Swedes are trying to make a law to make that illegal. Just think about that for a moment.
Okay,
They're trying to make it illegal.
It's probably the feminists.
Oh yeah.
So we have a couple things going on here. We're either in Switzerland or we're in Sweden.
No, I'm sorry. It's Sweden. Sweden. I'm sorry.
the only problem you run in with that and bringing these girls into whatever country you're in, they're going to eventually find out all the legal rights they have, and they're just going to take you to the cleaners.
This is true.
So,
they will. You do not bring those. You leave them there.
Yeah. The only way you can do it is you either go to them and live in their area and have some type of a remote job where you can, tap on a computer keys and make your money. But bringing them here, and once they get a whiff of all the rights they got, they're taking you to the cleaners. I've seen this happen with one of my mother's friends. And I worked at the casino with this guy. He I don't know, he's just the average guy. And he brought somebody over from Laos or Cambodia and married her and brought her, and she somehow convinced him to bring her sisters over as well.
Oh,
Oh no.
God damn.
And once all that paperwork was finalized and they had their papers, she took them to the cleaners, and she's off, living hot girl summer. So I've seen personal proof of this.
You're exactly right. You do not bring them to America or any Western country. You don't bring them. You leave them there. You got to remember, what makes them good? It's the crappy laws and culture they live under. That's what makes them good.
Well, it's
Once you
economic
take the
conditions.
handcuffs off,
They know they need a man, basically.
right.
Right.
Feminism cannot live in a third world country. It can only survive in a first world country.
No, it only happens when everything's, going on Easy Street. The minute it leaves Easy Street, they want to run right back to traditionalism and milk a man for his resources instantly.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, ultimately it comes back. There's no consequences for
Oh,
what
none.
they desire, because let's be honest, when this bubble, when it crashes, and it will crash, the handout bubble will crash, and when their handouts are gone, they're gonna fall down to the ground, spread the legs open, and the pretty privileged ones will do just fine, no different than before.
The problem is, though,
Look what happened when Trump had the 50 missiles circling over Iran. Those women thought that we were going to war, and they were immediately saying, I either need a boyfriend or I need to get pregnant. They didn't want to get drafted. They were petrified of getting drafted.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah,
think.
Go ahead.
Thanks. I think it was Falcon who said he has a 20-year-old Asian girlfriend. How old are you, might I ask?
52.
Excellent.
Wow, good choice.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I have a philosophy. When I was young, the big saying was, "Don't trust anyone over 30." My saying is, no matter how old you are, don't date anyone over 30. So that's.
I push it lower. I say 25.
Excellent.
No man should be talking to a female 25 or older because she's about to hit the wall.
Where did you find this Asian girl?
About that age, around 25, they're starting to get baby rabies, so you got to watch that as well.
And next is Baby Jail.
Yes.
That's my name, Baby Jail.
But the big thing is the focus is going to have to be, men need to save themselves. We need to teach more men about MGTOW, red pill. And someone made a great point the other day, or actually today in a server I was in. They said, we can't convert people into the red pill knowledge.
No.
Red pill is knowledge. MGTOW is what you do with the knowledge. And they said, we can only offer the information. If they don't want it, they don't want it. And I say, you're right. But think of it this way. Once you put the seeds of that knowledge in that man's head, whether he accepts it or not, whether he cusses you out or not, is irrelevant. The point is, after he's burned the second time, pushing the third, he's going to say, wait a minute, I remember what those jerks were saying.
And I actually agree with that. But there's a lot of simps and a lot of women who will flock around them and tell them, oh, you're fine. You just got to find the right one. So that kind of line was what keeps a lot of these simps in line and on the blue pill.
I keep getting that as well.
But as soon as they get burned a couple times, men do what men do, which is they start researching, because we are fixers. And so they start researching, trying to fix themselves, and they run into the red pill. Like I said, I've run into multiple guys under 20 in just 7 days, and I'm stunned. I really am stunned. They come into our channels, and they're specifically, one of them, the kid's got balls the size of basketballs. He came right into the channel, and he goes, I want to talk to the 4 oldest guys in this channel. I mean, that right there, I was like, holy crap, who's this?
Well, he's got a good idea. I mean, I don't know how I, started doing this, but even from a young age, I always made it a point to hang around the old timers and try and learn from other people's mistakes. That way, I don't repeat, what others have done before me. I make my own mistakes, obviously, but hopefully not as bad. You know what I mean?
I actually think this is why we should encourage our younger red pillars to get involved with women, at least for some time. They need to experience it, because if they won't, they'll never understand it, and they might actually become resentful blue pillars for life. Just they'll go through that. I think we need to let them, when they're younger, they need to get out there and see what is really out there.
I've thought about that. I've thought about that in detail, and I've kind of come to this conclusion. And correct me if I'm wrong. I'm open to discussion. Don't think I'm closed-minded. But this is what I've come to. These girls, modern Western girls, are so toxic. They can Me Too that guy, and they can ruin his reputation and ruin his career before he gets out of college. I say no. Don't touch these girls. Don't try to date them. Instead, I tell the young men, look, you're 18, right? And he's like, yeah, because I was talking to an 18-year-old guy. I go, so you can go to Canada? And he's in Vermont. And he goes, well, yeah, I can go to Canada. I go, do you know prostitution's legal there? And he goes, what? And I go, yeah. If you're so desperate, go over there and get one of them.
Yeah, go sharpen your pencil and come back.
Yep. I'll tell you what. Best $100, $200 you ever spent, and it's legal. I can't wait till it's
legalized here, because these women that are sitting there putting themselves up on a pedestal and thinking they're,
What do you think sugar daddy is? That's legal prostitution.
I just don't know if that's the same thing, though.
Like, no, it's clearly prostitution, man. I mean, it's no different. I mean.
It's not legal, but it's prostitution.
But what is
outright prostitution would basically be paying for the kitty and then getting the hell out of there. These sugar daddies, they're spending boatloads of money, way more than you'd pay for just in and out, and you're out of there. You're paying way more.
Everyone hears about the top 10, 20% of the girls on sugar daddies, right? But you know what the majority, the bottom 50% of the girls are doing? Nothing more than prostitution.
This is true.
$80.
Oh, okay.
You go on these apps and they charge for what's called a meetup. You know damn well what it is.
Yeah.
Well, I don't point the guys to that though, because look, the more experienced guys can play with that. We don't need a green guy getting near it. So I tell them, go to Canada. Take a trip to Canada. If you got a little bit more money, take a trip to some other country on the other side of the Pacific and enjoy yourself. And then come back to work, get your work done, save your money up. Now you've got your experience. You can have the experience. It's safe. It's legal. You're not having to be Me Too'd. You're not getting blackballed.
But Vulcan, for the most part, this is what I'm talking about. Isn't necessarily getting their dick wet, because a lot of these kids, they want to feel loved and cared by a woman, and they need to go out there and get. I think they need to get that inoculation when they're younger and learn that it's all fake, it's all bullshit. And I don't think going to get a prostitute.
I think they're going to do it.
Yeah. So I think that's why I would encourage the younger ones to get out there. Get their feelings hurt, realize
no matter what,
they're all the same. Well, but a lot of MGTOW people discourage that, and I think they should. I think they need to go out there and feel that pain and realize firsthand.
Here's the thing. Even if I discourage them to look, don't mess with these girls and go to Canada or go somewhere, other country, whatever, or go to, what is that? The Mustang Ranch. Whatever they decide to whatever they decide to do, go do that. Even if I tell them that,
Thailand.
I still know they're going to mix relations with some Western female, and that's how they're going to get burned. So I hand you off 100% agreement. I know it's going to happen, but do I encourage it? No, because then when they get burned by the Western young female, they say, wait a minute, Vulcan told me not to, and I stuck my hand on that hot pan, and damn, that hurt.
I think I just would rather tell them it's going to burn, but you're probably going to need to do it anyway. Do it, but it's going to burn you. And if they're smart enough to actually listen, men want to we want to fuck. I get that. That's absolutely true.
Oh, yeah.
But do you really think that, like, for the most part, that's the only thing men care about? I totally reject that.
Yeah, it's a lot more
probably-
than that. It's a
would,
lot
like,
more.
yeah, look at
Why
these
do you
dudes
think?
with
Why do you
the
think
fat
I have a
chicks just 'cause
20-year-old
she's
girl?
nice.
Why do you think I have a 20-year-old girlfriend instead of a 30-year-old girlfriend, and I'm 52?
Because there's nothing out there for you at that age.
No.
I mean,
Nothing.
because
No,
women are
there's an
women
ocean.
are.
There's an ocean I
Jesus.
can dip in that's older. Why
Right,
did
right.
I go for
I
20?
can't talk.
Because they're not
Go
fit.
ahead.
I would take any, but
It better be
Hamster,
alone
I'm
than be
sorry.
with trash.
We got 7 minutes, guys. Go ahead.
So
your thing.
the reason is I want children.
Yeah.
As crazy as that sounds, I've always wanted children, and
How
I've
old are
been
you?
married 52. I've been married multiple times, and I've never had children with them because they go batshit crazy.
You are absolutely correct, sir.
So I decided, fine, I'll just go solo for a while, and I'll locate something. I've located, and I'm happy.
Oh, guys, I should just mention, it's Don here, that prostitution is only legal in Canada for the prostitutes. It's still illegal for the
For the
client.
John.
That makes absolute sense.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
What that means is she has to approach you.
not even that.
no, it just
No,
means
no.
that that you will get in trouble if anybody
Right.
gets in trouble.
It means if
Yeah.
you don't tip her enough, she'll report you for prostitution, and you'll go to
Yeah.
jail, and your face will be
Yeah.
mugshot, and hers won't. That's what it
Yeah.
means.
Yeah, but
Yeah, your face will
but
be-
see, the difference is that's in Canada. That doesn't relate to the kid that's in America. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I
it's-
get what
it's
you're
not-
saying. So the record
Yeah.
is, I guess, different.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit.
So,
Not
Little
100%, but
Falcon, how did you meet your 20-year-old Asian girl?
well, I travel a lot, and she was wanting to go to college, and we kind of met in that scenario. She met me, and she said, well, I'd kind of like to have a relationship. I said, I'll never date or marry a college girl again. I'm done. All my wives were college educated. And she goes, well, how could I fix that? I go, well, you'd have to, not go to college and go live with your parents. Are they still married? She goes, yeah. And I go, all right, well, you'd have to live with your parents and under your father's roof and under his rules until I decide. She goes, okay. It's been a year.
Like, did you?
I thought she'd tell me to F off.
Is she in the States or a foreign country?
She's in a foreign country.
I have a question. Like, when you do, I'm guessing you plan on marrying her.
Well, if there's going to be kids, yeah.
Okay, so I've heard this. I've seen it actually firsthand. Family friends who have done the overseas marriages, and I'm not one of them.
I told her
did
she
it
would
well.
never come to a Western country.
So she would have to stay there, is what you're saying?
Oh God, yeah, yep.
Oh, interesting. Huh. I'm
She's
guessing the
took a
laws there are a little more or a little less clown.
There's no divorce. There's no divorce there on the books. And
I
if
like-
you cheat, the spouse that cheated and the person that cheated with the spouse go to jail for 2 years.
Oh wow.
Oh, where is this? I need to start saving up.
Yep. Philippines.
Thank you. All right. Yeah, that's a crazy place though. Huh.
But I wouldn't. She's not in the cities. That's another thing. Is I won't talk to a girl that's in the cities.
Right. That makes sense.
You got to get
May as well
something
be
more
westernized at that
conservative about
point.
the country.
Well, and yeah,
What's
you
that?
expect more media access, so they're going to be more on social media, which means that's where the thoughterry comes in. That's
one
very
of the biggest things that ruined dating, I think, is social media.
yeah, that's out
Yeah.
for me.
I mean, there's some decent farm girls out there, right?
Yep.
Or
Yeah.
no?
Not
Yeah.
here.
Not in America.
No.
Yeah.
Farms
really?
are mostly
They look
worked
like
by illegal
bovine.
immigrants and owned by Ted Turner.
Well, maybe not owned by Ted Turner. I understand what you're saying, though. But there's a lot of smaller farms, middle-sized farms that are owned by families or corp. But there's nice girls out there. But the problem is the laws in the
Right.
Western countries and the culture is what you're up against. I think if we can't change the laws and culture, we've got to change their aspect. And once the females realize these men will not tolerate a boss B or a masculine female, they just will not tolerate it at all. They're
See,
going to have
you know,
to change.
But the problem is that men are tolerating it. I mean,
Yep.
that's
But when enough start changing.
yeah.
Because
Basically,
you
we
got to
gotta
remember,
desimplify.
you got to remember they want the masculine man. I just read an article that said progressive women openly admit they don't like the beta bucks beta. They
No,
want
never.
to be with the masculine man.
No, but they will settle towards the end when they're desperate and they don't want to live
I'm
in
not
poverty.
disagreeing with that. Yeah, but now
then they
you're
treat 'em
talking
like
a girl
shit.
that's 38 to 45.
Yep.
But now you're talking about a girl that's 38 to 45. She's got to settle with something. But she's also saying in this survey, I wish I had a masculine man. So what do they want? You can tell what they want. They want the masculine.
Well, they're all fucking them. I mean, that's just how it works. There's the
Yeah.
That's right.
the majority of the betas out there aren't getting anything, and the alphas are out there scooping it all up, and that's the nature. That's the order of nature.
Or-
it's not going to change. It's
or-
not going to change.
Or if the beta does have a wife or girlfriend, she'll be fucking some guy on the side. That was
Yeah.
there was some other study from
I've
way
been that
way
guy.
back. Yeah, way back also that might have been the 30s or 40s, and it was something like women who were kind of domineering would dominate their husbands, like really be castrating, but then go for like a really kind of macho guy as a lover. And I have read that some feminists are like that. That no matter how masculine and domineering they might be, because they're women, they want a guy that's more masculine than them. So it's feminists of all people who sometimes go for the most extreme masculine guys, at least for sex. So it's like completely fucked up. Like, why don't you just go date?
Yeah.
Why don't you just go date a biker gang
Yeah.
already? But
Do you ever notice how it's the
funny
feminine?
you say that.
The feminine men tend to be the most abusive or mistreating of women. The ones who champion women tend to actually treat the women the worst.
55% of
It's just-
lesbian relationships have severe abuse issues.
Yeah, the bed death. That's a
Imagine
real thing.
that.
That's a sneaky fucker mating strategy.
It's the I'm
Yeah, the cuttlefish,
married.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
skizzers.
I don't know about
That's
you guys. but
crazy.
I can't sit there and play the mind games and I say I want this, but I really want this. It's like I'm not going to sit here and play the game with you guys. You guys play that over in left field. I'm going to go do what I got to do. You know.
oh
I'll
man,
tell you what. I don't open doors for women. I'll open doors for men. I'll speed walk to get a door for a guy, and I'll open it for him, and I'll hold it. I will not do it for a woman. And
If they're within,
And,
say,
I've
5
walked
feet of
into-
the door,
I'm
I'll
not
do it. No.
I'm not a stud by any chance, guys. I am not a stud. I'm 6 foot, but I'm bald. You know, I'm just the average Joe. But I tell you what, I've had girls come up to me, want to talk to me, and I turn around and start grabbing things off the shelf I don't even need. Drop a 20 on the register when I walk by, and I'm out. I will not talk to them. And I tell you what, it's amazing. I've had 27-year-old, 25-year-old girls here in America approach me, and the more I ignore them, the wetter they get.
Weird
I
how
don't
that works.
know
Huh?
what to do with rejection.
They can't handle it. They freak out like 10
Yep.
million times worse than a man does.
I mean, titillates
Yeah.
their hypergamy. They know if I'm being rejected by this guy, that must mean he's above me. I need that. I must have this.
Right.
And they think emotionally, and they think emotionally, so they make a decision to go for it. That's why it
And
works.
I don't think they want me as, you know, to have me as a boyfriend or husband. I think they just keep coming at me because, you know, once I ignore them, they just keep coming at me because they're just trying to figure out why.
Yeah,
Right.
why
That's all
at
they
the very least will you not be my beta orbiter? Why won't you be
Right.
my friend zone?
That's right.
And that drives women crazy. I've met women. We
Right.
had a good conversation. I thought we were hitting it off, and numbers exchange. Okay, cool. I text them, and it comes out that they're not really looking for anything. And I say, "Well, I'm sorry. I thought we hit it off. I picked up wrong, and hey, that's cool. But I'm kind of in the market for something else." And they'll get pissed. It happens all the time. Oh, you're one of those men who think that men and women can't be friends. But what she doesn't understand is I didn't put my resources into being her buddy, and I'm not going to continue to give her attention. It's quid pro quo. If I'm not getting what I want, you're not getting what you want. I think we need to be more like that as men.
Did you
Respect
catch
each
Oh,
other.
yeah.
BJ, you're
Yeah.
evil. You're evil.
Who hurt me?
Who hurt you?
Yeah, who hurt you?
All right, guys, we gotta wrap it up. It was fun. Hopefully, we
You
can do
wrap
it
it up,
again next
Hamster?
weekend. Yeah, we gotta do it. We
Gotta
gotta
be
wrap it
wrapping
up.
it up
So
these
I gotta
days.
go to bed. I gotta work tomorrow. Oh my god! All right, guys,
Hey,
really appreciate
By the
it.
way,
Yes,
Hamster, I love your stuff. I've been watching you for years. Thank you.
really.
Same.
Holy
Thanks,
shit.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
me
thanks.
Same here. Same here.
Big
Thanks.
respect.
Everybody
Big
send them some
respects.
ginger prawn.
Yeah, we all love the hamster.
All right, good to see you guys. Let's do it again next week. All right,
Sounds
take
good.
care. All
Okay,
right,
boys.
Later, Hamster.
Big deal.
all right, bye bye.
Big
Later,
deal.
boys.